Hello everyone, and welcome to the Regina Library at Rivier University. Today I am going to provide a brief overview of our LibGuide designed specifically for CS612 Information Technology. We hope that you will find this to be a helpful resource as you complete your coursework and research, or anytime you want a refresher on the resources and services we offer. We are going to start today from the Rivier University homepage, which you can access at rivier.edu. From here, click on the Quick Links menu at the top of the page, and then click into the Regina Library website. You can also simply type in rivier.edu/library to access the page directly. On the left side of the library homepage, you will see a menu with a variety of useful topics and information about using the Regina Library, but for now, we are going to click on the LibGuides link. And here we are at our LibGuides homepage. LibGuides are course or subject-based research guides that we've curated for you with all the best resources for your classes and assignments. To get started, click on the Guides by Course button to view all our LibGuides organized by subject. Then, click into the Computer Science and Mathematics collection. Here you will find all our LibGuides for these subject areas, as well as those designed for specific courses. For today's overview, we are going to click into the guide for CS612 Information Technology. And here we are on the homepage of this LibGuide, where you'll find a brief course description as well as a variety of books related to computers and information technology that we've spotlighted for you. With AI dominating the IT landscape over the last year or so, we've highlighted several of these, along with those dealing with other aspects of the field. If, however, you are looking for articles, click on the next tab down, Finding Articles. This page covers some ways to help you with your research, beginning with a brief overview of RivResearch, our one-stop search portal that connects you with our databases and journals, as well as books, videos, and other resources in the Regina Library collections. If you are new to using RivResearch, this brief tutorial video is a great way to learn how it works. Just below that, you will find links to 3 of our most useful databases for computer science research. First, we have the ACM Digital Library, published by the Association of Computing Machinery. Next, we have IEEE's Explore, published by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Both of these databases are published by well-respected industry-leading organizations and feature access to thousands of books, journals, peer-reviewed articles, conference proceedings, industry standards, and a whole lot more. Next, we've also linked to Statista, which, as its name might imply, is a great resource for statistical information and data. While Statista is not specifically geared towards computer science, it does feature a number of reports on a variety of areas related to the field, and we've linked to a few of these examples here. Finally, a number of our other resources may also prove helpful, so this last link will take you to our complete list of computer science and mathematics databases. Now that you're familiar with some of the places you might look to begin your search, let's scroll back up to the top and take a look at this Search Tips tab. Here you will find the Boolean cheat sheet. For those of you unfamiliar with Boolean search strategies, it is a way to enhance your search terms using operators such as and, or, and not, as well as punctuation symbols such as quotation marks, asterisks, or parentheses to combine keywords in order to refine your search and get better results. Some of these strategies, such as using and, not, or the quotation marks, will help to narrow your search if you need fewer results to sift through. Using or, the asterisk, and the parentheses will help you expand your search if you are looking for more results. Using these Boolean techniques will help improve your search strategies and results and will be a huge help in your research. Once you've nailed down your search strategy and gotten some results, the next step is to evaluate those results to make sure you're choosing the best sources for your research. For this step, let's take a look at the Evaluating Information tab. Here you will find some information to help you evaluate your search results to make sure that you are using the most authoritative and reliable sources for your research. The best way to start is by asking yourself the following 6 questions about the resource. Who wrote it? Why was it created? How is it relevant to the assignment that you're working on? When was it written? What sources were used in its creation? And finally, where was it published? Before using a resource in your own work, it is important to make sure that it is a current, accurate, and responsibly published resource. On this page, you will also find this great media bias chart, which is an excellent way to see where news outlets stand in terms of reliability, as seen here on the vertical y-axis, and bias, as seen here on the horizontal x-axis. With these issues of reliability and bias so prominent in the current state of our media, it is important that you think critically about where you get your information to ensure that you don't let fake, misleading, biased, or poorly reported information creep into your own research. Once you've conducted your search and have selected resources that are authoritative and reliable to incorporate into your assignment, the next step is to integrate your research into the paper in appropriate ways to avoid plagiarism. For this step, we'll click on the Avoiding Plagiarism tab. Here you will find some basic tips about incorporating research into your own writing. The three most common ways are quoting, paraphrasing, or summarizing your research, which are each explained briefly here. We've also included a few other links as well as this brief video tutorial to help with quoting, paraphrasing, and summarizing your research. Of course, regardless of which method you use to integrate your research, you always want to be sure you're citing your sources accurately. While there are a few links here to help, we have a whole page dedicated to proper citations, so let's click on the Citation Help tab and take a look. This LibGuide was created specifically to help students with the proper citation of resources in their work. Here on the home page, you will find links to a variety of helpful resources, from online resources such as the official APA website and the excellent Purdue OWL, or their online writing lab, as well as documents created by the folks at Riviere's Academic Support Center for both APA and MLA citation styles. They will even help you figure out how to cite ChatGPT if you found yourself exploring this exciting new tool for your research. At the top of this page, these tabs offer additional information including specific tips for citing Regina Library's databases, links to online citation tools such as EasyBib and Zotero, as well as help for creating an annotated bibliography. And finally, you will find even more links to the specific citation style guides from APA, Chicago Style, and MLA. Of course, if you ever need any further help or would like to connect with a librarian for more specific assistance with your research, you can find all of our contact information on this Need Help? Ask a Librarian tab. While we want you to be independent and confident in your research, you should never have to struggle for hours trying to find resources you need, so please reach out if you are having trouble. As librarians, we love research and we love answering questions, and we are here to help in any way we can. So you can call us, text us, email a question to us, or you can chat with us right here through the LibGuide page. You can also stop by or use this link right here to schedule a one-on-one research appointment to get help with any and all of your research needs. And this concludes the overview of the LibGuide for CS612 Information Technology. I hope you found it to be useful, but as always, if you have any questions or need any further assistance, again, here is our contact information. We wish you the best of luck in your course, and we'll see you at the library.